Let's talk about your column, all right? You wrote a column about the offensive line. Today was it in today's paper?
Yes, it was.
Today's paper. And you said,
what did I say?
In one line,
I said that you have an offensive line now that's held together barely by duct tape and a waiver wire. And Tyler Columbus is in. I'm glad to see him back. One of the nicer athletes I've met.
And we're going to talk to him on the show in a little bit.
In my 30-plus years here. But then, as you said at the top of the show, Gary Kubiak decided to put Chris Clark at left tackle, which can work.
Ryan Harris,
excuse me.
Chris Clark
is
gone.
I'll say
Chris Clark should still be here playing left tackle, which is what I advocated all off season.
There's my slip up. My slip up was saying Chris Clark's name, but there's the Broncos slip up in letting Chris Clark go. Because the only reason Chris Clark is not here is because John Elway drafted Michael Schofield, who will start at right tackle.
Yes, he will.
And as our friend Doug Moe said often, he can't play dead in a Western. That guy can't play. Michael Schofield can't play.
Well, we're going to find out. And we don't know yet, but we're getting the impression. Because if he was any good, he'd have gotten some playing time last year, and he would have already gotten some playing time this year. But the coaching staff is reluctant to put him in.
Okay. A major, and we won't revisit all of this.
That's 3 OKs, by the way.
Okay. It should only be 2 OKs, because 2 of the significant reasons why John Fox is no longer the coach of the Broncos is that Mr. Elway was not happy with the development of the previous coaching staff when it came to Cody Latimer and Michael Schofield. Yeah. Well, he's got his buddy
Gary Kubiak
coaching, and he's got Rick Dennison and a fine, it's legitimately fine new staff. And do we see a lot of Cody Latimer? And do we see a lot of Michael Schofield?
We will on Sunday.
Oh, my.
Maybe a little too much.
Can I do my impression of me watching the game? Yeah. Peyton, it's gonna hurt. Doc.
All right, Tyler Columbus is on the squad now, and he's going to be the swing guy. If there are any problems at left or right tackle, he can play both positions, primarily right tackle.
Can I make a guarantee?
Sure.
He's going to play on Sunday.
Would you start Tyler Columbus, even though he's only been with the team for 2 days? By Sunday, it'll be 4 days, and won't have had a lot of practice time with this offensive line. Would you start Tyler Columbus right now at right tackle instead of Michael Schofield?
Okay.
May I say something?
Yes.
I would.
Okay.
I trust a veteran who's got almost 60 starts in the NFL and who has played here and understands how to play here. I would be starting him instead of Michael Schofield. It is very apparent to me that this coaching staff does not have faith that Michael Schofield can play, or he would have played already. Tyler Columbus needs to start at right tackle.
Okay, because I love what you said, can I hug you?
Do whatever you want.
Okay.
You can give me a little peck on the cheek if you like.
I love you, man. Let me put it this way. If you're saying that by Sunday Tyler Columbus will have 4 days back in Denver, Colorado, where he grew up, I would put it this way. If Schofield's starting at right tackle, if that's what you've got, if Tyler Columbus playing from Atlanta didn't land to the middle of the second quarter and he didn't show up on Sunday until just after halftime, I'd put him in the game as soon as he got his socks on, before he got his cleats on.
No pads.
No pads.
Just socks.
Just
go out there in socks.
Go out there in socks. That's what I would do. Because I think Tyler Columbus is a legitimate pro. Is he a pro bowler? No. But he knows what he's doing.
Yes.
He's a professional football player that can be trusted. And okay, don't be negative Nancy like me and say someday, somehow, Michael Schofield's going to be a good NFL player. Man, that was hard for me to say. But even if you believe that, it's like, oh man, he's not ready.
They're not going to have much. They're not going to have much patience with Schofield at right tackle.
I can't.
They will if Peyton Manning is spending a lot of time on his back in the first quarter and a half. They are not going to have much patience with Schofield.
Okay.
Columbus will be in that game before we know it.
This is a dangerous assumption, so take it for what it's worth. It's not worth a lot. But Peyton Manning's always very serious during the week. He's always got more film to watch.
Unless he's comparing himself to the Bad News Bears.
Yeah. Unless he has 30 seconds of brevity, and then he goes back to, I got to get ready. And they practiced longer than usual yesterday. It went a whole half hour longer than scheduled.
Didn't know
and you know, and I know that if Kubiak gets his work done, he'll let him go 10 minutes early.
Yes.
And they went a half hour long yesterday because, in my mind, they're working on the offensive line. Peyton comes through the locker room late, I think at a point when he thought all the media was out. He sat down and he was studying. And he's always got the serious face on. But that face was like, the Mission Control Apollo 13 face there. That was like, I don't know how we're going to do this face, how we're going to get this one done.
Well, there's even more question about the offensive line. There might be even more question. We'll talk about that in a second after we tell you about John Elway Cadillac of Park Meadows. It's Colorado's #1 Cadillac dealer.